Good morning. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. Happy Saturday. Good to see everybody here. Got to sleep in an extra hour today. It's nice starting at 9 o'clock. What's going on? Geek of all trades. See who's in the chat. Automatic Beats. Sadie sometimes. Good morning. We have Integra Guy, Dakota Miner, Chris Hanley. Let's see. The Wicked Jester. What's up, man? Black Cat Crypto, my man. Let's see. Alfredo. Appreciate you for stopping by. First timer. Appreciate you. Regilio, Chris Hanley, I already said that. Let's see, anybody else that I may have missed? Andrew Masad, my man. All right, anybody else? I apologize if I skipped over you. Son of a Rabid Panda and Steven Cicero. Outfit change. Yes, no Under Armour today. I'm wearing a Litecoin bottle. It's cold down here, all right? In the basement. Leave me alone, Steven. God damn it. All right, guys, we're going to go over some Ethereum futures ETFs actually have been approved and they're scheduled to shoot off on Monday. I don't know the full story. I just caught a wind of it. And then we have the KS0 actually has a hash rate upgrade to get to like 160 gigahashes instead of 100. So that's pretty cool. Panda actually dropped a how-to video, which is nice to see him doing a how-to video instead of just being like, and it's done, because nobody can follow along with that, Panda. So I'm glad you learned from your own mistakes. DJ Mines, what's up, buddy? All right, let's check out the market today, and then we'll get into the top stories. All right, let's see. So Bitcoin 26,940, right under 27,000. I mean, the lights behind me are blue. That's why I kept them blue. It's just pretty much neutral. Ethereum at 1675. We have XRP 51 cents. Let's see, BNB 214. LTC at 65. Why did Coin 360 put LTC way up here now? I don't understand it. It used to be down here or over here ish. BCH is 235. All right, let's check out crypto bubbles. What do we got? This is on the day. Let's just check the week quick. I guess comp's done the best over the past week. Compound, if anybody's into that. BCH is up 13.3%. I wonder what's going on with that actually. BCH, I don't know if there's really much going on with it or if it's just random price action. You guys can let me know. Watching that monthly close closely. Yeah, Tomcat, that is today actually. That's today. I forgot it's the 30th. I can't believe this month has flown by. It's just crazy how fast this whole year's actually gone. Link 5.2% on the day, or 5.3 now, just jumped up a little bit. We have CHZ. What's this? Chili's? Chilz? I don't even know how you say that. Chiliz? Who knows? Is anybody into this? What the hell is this coin? What is this? I've never even heard of that. LDO, which is the Lido. Rollbit's down 6.4%. Interesting. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. I want to blind you guys before I do that. All right, looking at 47, pretty much neutral. It's been this way for the past couple months. All right, let's check out the top 10 coins over on CoinGecko, and then we will get into this. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, USD coin. We have Lido staked Ether, Cardano, Dogecoin, and Solana. Litecoin is back into 15th place. Bitcoin Cash, holy shit, that jumped up to 16th, and Shiba's down in 19th. Can somebody please pump Shiba? I have a whole bunch of it. I need to get rid of it. Killing me. All right, anyways, I want to get into this. I want to see what's going on over here on Crypto World. This is CNBC's Crypto World. What we do is just basically watch the news that I'd watch normally by myself. So I want to share it with you guys. We'll rip into this, and then we'll jump into Altcoin Daily's video, and then get into Mr. Panda's video. I want to see what the hell's going on over there. But the Ethereum futures ETF is a big deal, but it is in a sense of, I guess, further adoption, not so much as the price action, because I don't know if the price is actually going to push with this Ethereum futures ETF. It's just trading on the, you know, the price of it, not really acquiring the coin. So you're not really going to see a huge jump, but nonetheless, let's jump into this and we'll go from there. If you guys have any questions, add me in the chat. Let's do it.
Today, Bitcoin drops back below the $27,000 level to end the week. A new U.S. bill would require crypto companies to report off-chain transactions to the CFTC. And ahead of Sam Bankman-Fried's trial, Chainlink's Sergey Nazarov weighs in on what could prevent a similar failure in crypto. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Pippa Stevens. Crypto prices are mixed to end the week. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin fell back below the $27,000 level. Ether inched closer to the $1,700 mark, and Solana added nearly 4%.
Again,
for the week,
this was later in the day yesterday when they did this. And by the way, DJ Mines actually said BCH is up 96% in 6 months. That's absurd. I didn't realize it was that drastic. Well, thank you for that information.
Bitcoin's up a little more than 1%, on pace for the fourth straight positive week. for the first time since February 3rd. Ether is up nearly 5% for the week, on pace for its best week since June 23rd, when Ether gained more than 10.5%. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. First up, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says it's not right for private companies to deplatform the digital asset industry. Speaking on CNBC's Squawk Box yesterday, Armstrong slammed JP Morgan's ban on crypto payments in the UK and stressed that the government should decide what is allowed and what's not allowed. Earlier this week, we told you that Chase's UK branch will stop letting customers buy crypto. According to an email sent to customers and reviewed by CNBC, the banking giant will decline crypto transactions starting October 16th. The bank said the rise in fraud and scams is behind that decision.
Such bullshit.
Other British lenders have taken similar steps to ban crypto transactions, citing the risk of fraud. Those include NatWest, which placed limits on the amount of cash that can be sent to crypto exchanges, and HSBC, which banned crypto purchases altogether. Last, a new U.S. bill aims to require crypto companies to report all blockchain transactions to the CFTC. Yesterday, Congressman Don Beyer introduced the Off-Chain Digital Commodity Transaction Reporting Act, which aims to add consumer protections for digital asset markets. It would require trading platforms to report all transactions to a repository that's registered with the CFTC. The new legislation would protect crypto investors from disputes, manipulation, or fraud potentially stemming from transactions occurring off-chain that are not recorded on the publicly viewable blockchain. In a statement, Beyer said the bill is a, quote, common sense measure to restore some transparency and confidence to the digital asset market. He added that as consumers increasingly turn to large digital asset trading platforms to conduct their business, thousands of transactions each day are conducted off the publicly verifiable blockchain. Unfortunately, internal record keeping among these private entities can vary, and this can leave investors and consumers vulnerable to fraud and manipulation. All right, for our main story, the collapse of FTX is front and center once again, with the trial of the crypto exchange's founder expected to begin on Monday. So Crypto World's Talia Kaplan spoke with Sergey Nazarov, the co-founder of Chainlink, about what could help prevent a similar situation from happening again.
Is anybody into Chainlink?
The collapse of FTX is in focus again right now ahead of the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried. What do you think was the main takeaway from that massive failure? How has it impacted the industry, and what's needed to prevent future events like that from happening again in the crypto space?
So I think the thing people should understand about FTX is it's not actually a crypto or blockchain related issue or collapse. FTX was more of a traditional financial entity or institution that was just dealing in crypto assets. So there really wasn't any aspect of how their systems were built or any guarantees from blockchains or private keys that should make people think that it's somehow a failure of blockchain technology. It's really the failure of an institution or an entity that mismanaged some of its assets. So it's not really a failure of blockchain technology. It's just another failure in the long series of failures like Silicon Valley Bank, Enron, and others, right? The thing that I think the crypto industry has learned is that even if you have a centralized financial institution dealing in crypto assets, you still need proof about the solvency and reliability of that institution. And with that,
so real quick, I know you guys are like kind of going nuts in the chat a little bit, but so the whole FTX thing, this guy actually does make a really good point about it. And I did hear this earlier, so I think it's important that we actually listen to it, because the whole collapse of FTX wasn't anything to do with blockchain technology or just the technology behind everything. It had to do with people that sucked in the space, that didn't know how to manage funds and all that stuff. So he kind of explains that in depth here, which is very important to listen to. So
that's led to is the adoption of something called proof of reserves. So we're the largest provider of proof of reserves. We launched it over 3 years ago. And what it does is it proves the balance sheet of the underlying entity or stable coin or gold coin or really any asset. And so what happened after FTX was everyone quickly scrambled to prove to their users that their balance sheet was solid and that their institution was solvent. And proof of reserves played a very important role in that, because instead of relying on somebody's word or relying on an auditor to tell you something, you're getting information every second. And that information every second is validated and proven, and it's cryptographically proven to create what we call kind of a verifiable web. And so this kind of adoption of proof of reserves and this better proof of the solvency of various institutions and stablecoins is, I think, what's come out of the FTX issue so far.
What would you tell those people who are skeptical of proof of reserves in terms of painting the full picture as it pertains to crypto firms?
I think they should be skeptical. I think we should all be skeptical, and I think we should all become educated consumers about how everything works. And you're right that proof of reserves can only give you a snapshot of a certain portion of the existence of an entity and its solvency. But actually, there are other proof of things, proof of liabilities, proof of solvency. Really, proof of reserves is just the beginning in a long line of things that go under the heading proof of everything we would like to know to properly manage our risk. So I see a lot of other proof of things coming out and becoming widely adopted, because proof of reserves does show one piece, but that piece of what the balance sheet is and what the assets are often is the piece that fails most. It's the piece that people hide. It's the piece that people find out and are surprised by. So I think it's definitely a big improvement from an annual audit where some auditor checks something and no one really knows what they checked or what it looked like or what actually happened. But I think you're right that there's space for much more proof of things that prove many other things.
That makes sense.
Last year was the biggest year for crypto hacks, according to Chainalysis. However, the blockchain analysis firm's mid-year report revealed that crypto crime was down 65% compared to the same time last year, and that revenues from scams and hacks were the most impacted. That being said, we're still hearing about several hacks in the space. Just this week, the Hong Kong-based crypto company Mixin announced it was breached, with hackers stealing around $200 million. What do you think is needed to prevent this sort of thing from continuing to happen in crypto?
Well, I think the numbers are down because the industry isn't growing as much as it was before. And I think that the thing that's needed for these things to be stopped is for people to stop using decentralization as a buzzword to acquire users and capital. So in the case of Mixin, you have a situation where you have a single server in a cloud provider that apparently was breached and led to the loss of funds. If you have decentralization, the breach of a single server that leads to loss of funds isn't something that should be really possible, right? So at the end of the day, I think that the thing that we need to do is become more educated as consumers. We need to understand the levels of decentralization and the actual security provided by these various systems. And that security needs to be provided with real decentralization, where you have multiple different levels of nodes and networks and technologies. That's actually what we specialize in. And we have 5 different levels of security that we view decentralization providing. And we categorize many of the things that get hacked as being at level 1 or 2. So at the very lowest level, where they basically claim to have decentralization, but they actually don't.
So what do you think is preventing mass adoption of crypto? Is it the erosion of trust that has transpired following the collapse of FTX? Is it all the hacks that we've been seeing, or the lack of regulatory clarity here in the US, or perhaps a mixture of all three? What do you think?
I think it was here that I heard.
I think it's a mixture of all three. The crypto industry is a very cyclical industry that's driven by more people getting into it and wanting to participate in larger and larger numbers, which generally increases the amount of assets, the value of the assets, the amount of users interacting with the assets. Things like failures that lead people not to join the industry, various roadblocks of a legal nature, and other issues like security issues generally stop the flow of people from seeing it as a reliable place to put value. So generally speaking, I would say that the cyclical nature of it suggests, and I've been in every cycle, right? I've been in the crypto industry since 2010. So it's definitely extremely cyclical. The important thing is that when the next cycle happens and when the next influx of value happens, that the systems and entities and institutions and smart contracts can handle that much value. Because the story is basically always the same. there's a big boom in interest, there's a big boom in demand, there's more assets, there's more usage, and then that boom reaches a kind of fever pitch or a point where value is lost or value is mismanaged, and that loss and mismanagement basically stops, or basically stops that part of the cycle and begins the downward part of the cycle. So I think what's very important is that as people build infrastructure and systems in this industry, those infrastructure and systems are built in a way that they can handle these greater amounts of value that are going to come in the next cyclical boom, which I think is what everybody expects to happen in the crypto industry, and in most cases, I think, even outside the crypto industry.
Nazarov also previews Chainlink's Web3 conference called SmartCon, which kicks off next week in Barcelona. You can check out his full interview.
Yeah, they have a full interview over on their channel, or website, rather, if you guys are interested. All right, let's get into this Ethereum news. Again, a futures ETF should be approved and kick off on Monday. So let's see what Altcoin Daily has to say about that. Shout out to CNBC for that. All the links to this stuff are in the description below, by the way.
Breaking news involving Ethereum, as well as proof of 5 different crypto coins clearly gearing up for a positive 2024. Both Van Eck and Valkyrie prepare to offer exposure for Ethereum futures in ETFs.
The Ethereum-focused ETF will invest in Ether futures and other collateral assets. The firm's chief investment officer told us that the firm filed because, quote, the market and regulators seem to be ready for an Ether futures ETF. He added that the futures market is becoming robust, showing demand for exposure by investors, saying that the firm is, quote, uniquely situated, given its crypto focus and experience with launching and managing a Bitcoin futures ETF.
So while we are...
Real quick, it's not, so Andrew Masad, it's not a spot ETF, it's actually a futures ETF. And they already do have a Bitcoin one, if I'm not mistaken, so...
still waiting for the approval of an official Bitcoin spot ETF in America. Ethereum futures ETFs just got approved. Now, of course, both Valkyrie and Van Eck are offering this product, as well as a slew. Here's the entire list of Ethereum futures ETFs potentially launching Monday. It's going to be a crazy day, to say the least. And how this affects you as an Ethereum holder, just understand, first off, this fund, this ticker symbol, which traditional investors can now...
So this is the most important part right here. So just like, this is, I guess, how Ethereum futures works versus a spot.
Now invest into, won't be investing directly into Ethereum or other digital assets. Instead, it will invest in standardized, cash-settled ETH futures contracts sourced from exchanges that have the CFTC's stamp of approval, meaning that this will do little for price. It's cash settled. So the people that buy this ticker or the fund themselves don't actually have to hold any ETH. They can trade on the future price, their ETH futures, but nobody actually has to hold anything. Why this matters, this is the first step in just a few steps of the traditional world saying yes to Ethereum. And maybe even bigger news, Google Cloud is now a validator on the Polygon network. That means Google Cloud owns Matic. We see it right here. It's public, it's transparent. Google Cloud owns over 10,000, at least, right now staked. And in the direct announcement, Polygon says, this month, Google Cloud became part of the decentralized validator set for Polygon Proof of Stake. The same infrastructure used to power YouTube and Gmail is now helping secure the fast, low-cost Ethereum for all Polygon protocol. With 100 plus validators securing the Polygon POS network, Google Cloud is in good company. And keep in mind, while many of Polygon's validators are anonymous, Google Cloud now joins Germany's Deutsche Telekom, one of Europe's largest telecommunication firms supporting Polygon. And that brings us to our next clip. Our next coin, Franklin Templeton's president, explains that if nothing else, Bitcoin is about to have a huge 2024.
Bitcoin is the greatest distraction from the greatest disruption that is coming to financial services. I think AI is probably the other big disruption there, but and there's so much noise around a lot of things like FTX and others. But if you bring the technology down to its core value, it does 3 things. One is it allows a payment mechanism Number two, it allows smart contracts to be programmed into the token. And three, because it's a general ledger, it has a source of truth. So whoever has that token, all rights in that token are granted to that person. So if I sell it to Frank, I don't have to go through a third party to do it. Frank gets it, and Frank gets all the rights. So my favorite example is Rihanna, who came out with, right before the Super Bowl, and I know she's just testing the market in this, 300 NFTs, each one worth 0.00033% royalties of one of her biggest songs. Well, why can she do that? She can do it because when Spotify plays a Rihanna song, it can capture, the smart contract executes and says, I owe royalties here. So nobody has to be involved in it. And it can take the fractional payment and go to, because Frank's a big Rihanna fan, so it goes to his account, and he owns a couple of those. And he's paid, right? So now think about any way in which you have revenue streams or royalty streams that you can now start to fractionalize that or democratize that, and think about how that is an uncorrelated asset to all the traditional assets. So other examples is, I think that athletes are going to, they'll sign a big contract, they'll say to their fans, I'm going to sell off, tokens worth 10% of my future revenue stream. I'm going to, 100,000 tokens, and boom, the fans are going to probably pay a premium for it. So it will be a way, and if you think about it, it's just cool. Securitization done on steroids. And it's merely that this technology is enabling it, and it's also enabling other very interesting companies that will disrupt some of the traditional business models that we have.
Next coin.
That's kind of neat, actually, getting a royalty on like songs from like Spotify and stuff. That's weird. I don't fully understand that, and how they're not going to get pinched for anything. Just, I don't know. How do you think the SEC is going to feel about that? That's weird. That's very weird to me.
Is actually non-fungible. NFT brand Pudgy Penguins debuts toy collection in 2,000 Walmart stores.
This is
and
weird as shit.
To be clear, I don't own a Pudgy Penguin. I kind of wish I did, but obviously anytime big news happens in any crypto, I will cover it. I will keep you informed.
As you all know, Pudgy Penguins is launched in 2,000 Walmarts via a pallet program, which is one of the most prestigious programs that any brand of its kind can activate in a retail location.
And to be clear, these are the Pudgy plush toy collection, which are similar to the NFTs, but not the same thing.
We are proud to be the first NFT project to bring consumer products to the world's biggest retailer, and more importantly, bring blockchain to the masses.
And specifically, how the plush toys relate to everything. Each toy would come with a unique birth certificate that allows the user to claim unique traits for their digital Forever Pudgy character inside Pudgy World, which is an online virtual world built on the ZK Sync era blockchain, by scanning a QR code.
To understand the significance of this activation, you really have to take a deep dive into this ecosystem and how we got here. The Pudgy Penguin community rioted out their previous founders, and as community members, we stepped up to the plate and bought the project for $2.5 million. That's what Web3.
And we're trying to sell it. Like, what do they think? Like, adults are gonna go into Walmart and try to buy fucking toys to scan? Like, what do they? I don't understand this entire concept. Like, adults aren't going to the store to buy a Pudgy Penguin fucking plushie. I don't understand it. Excuse my language, but it's like ridiculous.
Is about. When you look at the toys that are in the aisle of this Walmart activation, understand that each one of them is an NFT that was licensed from the holders themselves. And every single time one of those toys sells, they get a royalty in perpetuity. And finally, each toy comes with a QR code that brings you into our Pudgy World experience, giving you NFTs and blockchain technology with a couple clicks of a button. This is not just a moment for Pudgy Penguins.
And speaking...
Yeah, they're kind of trying to be Beanie Babies, some people are saying in the chat. That's, I don't know. It's, I mean, I guess the concept's kind of neat, but like, I just feel like it's going to be a trap. I don't know. So I feel like something's going to go wrong with that whole thing.
Of adoption, Chainlink continues. I covered so much in-depth analysis with you in my video from last week. Most people don't realize
I never
how
watched
big
that one,
Chainlink will be. But founder Sergey Nazarov continues his little press tour, talking about how private banks will have their own private blockchains. They need some form of cross-chain interoperability so they can transact stablecoins, so they can transact tokenized real-world assets. And Chainlink's CCIP is aiming to be that solution.
So the thing I like about what like the Chainlink guy said in the last interview with Crypto World was the fact that the books are kind of like like the transactions, or not the transactions, but just in general, like the accounting books are actually, you know, on chain publicly. They're not like when he said, you know, you send your stuff off to an auditor, you don't really know what they do. They just come back with, you know, the news of what was the result. They don't give you like what they actually did. So it's kind of neat that they can do that now. Yankee, thank you for being a member for 17 months. So the only good thing about crypto is the currency aspect. No oversight, no middleman. All the other buzzwords are BS. They turn into Wall Street. Dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Yankee, at all. Not wrong.
The only world that's really left is that every bank, asset manager, CSD, everybody has their own chain, probably multiple chains. And in that world, all those different chains need to connect, because if they stay siloed, then there's really no point of putting assets on them, because the whole market will just be your chain. So there's a kind of big liquidity problem where if I launch my real world asset on my own bank chain.
He's in like a whole nice suit, and then he's got these blue ass sneakers.
Then the rest of the world won't have access to it unless there's an interoperability standard. And CCIP seeks and is becoming that interoperability standard across banks, asset managers, and CSDs so that they can properly transact with each other in a secure, efficient way and still be able to have their own chain, right? So in the fragmented world of everyone has their own chain, being connected so you can transact, have access to liquidity, there's a bigger market to access your assets, there's a bigger market for you to have access to, is critical, because the banking industry is about getting access to value, those transactions, and liquidity.
And breaking news, as I'm making this video, 3AC's Su Zhu arrested in Singapore. So the co-founder of 3 Arrows Capital, Su Zhu, was arrested in Singapore when attempting to leave the country. Zhu was apprehended at the Changi airport whilst attempting to travel out of Singapore following a committal order granted by the Singapore courts against him. Now, a committal order is used to send somebody to prison for contempt of court. So that's what they officially got him on. And in a direct quote, as a result, Mr. Zhu will be held in prison to serve his sentence of 4 months under the committal order, during which time the liquidators will seek to engage with him on matters relating to 3AC, focusing on the recovery of assets. They want to get the money back. The investigation is related to efforts to recover funds for creditors of 3AC. The $10 billion hedge fund collapsed in 2022 following the implosion of the Terra ecosystem. Other co-founder Kyle Davies is still on the run, but as I get more information, I will keep you updated. Like always, see you.
Shout out to Altcoin Daily for that video. All right, let's see. I have, you know what? There was a, hold on one second. No, I guess we could talk about this a little bit. Let's talk about the Ice River KS0 and their new update. I actually watched this earlier a little bit. Panda came out with a video. I'm gonna mute this actually, and I want to show you guys. So a few things, right? If you guys are gonna update your KS0s, okay, you got to be careful with the power supply, especially if you got it from Ice River itself. It's only 90 watt maximum. So the power supply, actually, in Panda's video, he has a link in his description. I actually purchased one of those upgrades, the power supply, so I can upgrade my KS0. So make sure you guys go purchase a new power supply before you do this, because I'm telling you, you're probably going to melt something. So just be careful. There is a lot of steps to this, though. I mean, it seems pretty simple, but there's just, it's a big, just make sure you follow this step by step. Panda, like I said, actually did a how-to, and I'm kind of shocked he actually did it, because he never does how-tos. He just like snaps his fingers and shit's done. We don't know how it gets there, but let's go to let's see, I want to check. So he had, this is his, where is it? Is it gonna go there? There we go. All right, so this right here is the typical, right? 119. It goes from like, I've seen 150 on mine and then back down to like 90. And then after his upgrade, you could see on his pool right here, it was 105. Let's see what he's saying. Actually, I'll just turn it up.
Gigahash at the pool. I'm on Castle Pool. Now it's showing 164 gigahash.
That's pretty sick.
That's a pretty big jump, but we've also gone up in power consumption as well.
So it's a third more, basically.
Okay, and in the web GUI here, okay, just to show you guys, it says 156 gigahash here, 156. Okay, it's been running for the past pretty much the past 1 hour here, okay, successfully. And
so you guys can see Panda has successfully done it. Let me see real quick. Let's check out his description. I just want to make sure, because someone just said in the chat, also miner said download the correct one from the correct site, not the fake one. I didn't know there was a fake one, but you guys got to be careful. Yeah, that's definitely a good point. So let's see. In stock, Panda's just chilling. Crypto Miner Bros, Coastal Crypto. All right, so we got this is where I bought the power brick, right? I used Panda's link just because, being nice. He was nice enough to put it there. So 180 watts. Let's see. Does he have the links to everything though? Meter boxes, Pete risers. What the shit is happening? Hold on. Did I miss something? Shorts. Oh, right here. All right. Overclocking. Make sure you're the latest firmware. All right. So this is the firmware right here. Let's open this. See what this is. All right. So this is the firmware download. All right. I'm going to put this in the chat if you guys are interested. If anybody has a KS0, this is it. All right. That's that. And then we will go to make sure you guys read this. This is the official GitHub page that Panda's on. So make sure if you guys are going to do this, just please make sure you guys do it through links that Panda's used. Like, I will drop a video on this weekend too. I'm going to try to do mine tomorrow, but yeah, I just want you guys to be safe. I don't want anybody bricking their shit. So make sure you guys pay attention. That's Panda's video. Feel free to go check it out. Let's see. Greater Good Mining has a link in his video for a PSU. You know what? I saw Greater Good Mining's too right before Panda's video. I did see his video. I started watching it this morning when I first woke up. Actually, forgot to like it.
Free,
and then I saw Panda put one out, but technically Greater Good was the first one that put it out. So here is Greater Good. His what's it called? His channel or video. If you guys haven't subscribed to Greater Good Mining, go check him out. He's a good dude. Good dude. And I think he was actually at Mining Disrupt. So he's yeah, real nice guy. Kind of goes over everything. So feel free to watch either one of those videos. All right, you know what? I want to see now. I'm gonna blind you guys. Oh god, the screen is so bright. It blinds me every time. All right, let's get back into this Ethereum futures. Bitwise introduces 2 Ethereum ETF futures. Let's see. Blue chip US asset management heavyweight Bitwise introduced 2 new products today. Bitwise Ethereum Strategy ETF and the Bitwise Bitcoin and Ether Equal Weight Strategy ETF are set to go live on Monday, October 2nd. So we're going to see how this goes in a couple days. The products will be based on CME futures on the 2 largest cryptocurrencies by market capitalization, as you guys know, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Pretty interesting, pretty neat. You know what? I do want to pull up Paul Barron's actual channel. Give me a second. Let me I think it's Paul. Oh, it was right there. Right there. Paul Barron Network actually put a video out on this as well. I want to see what he has to say about it. Videos right here. Ethereum ETF. All right. I want to see what he has to say here. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. But Paul Barron Network's actually a good channel as well. I didn't have a chance to check it out, but I do have a link to his video in the description below. Let's do it.
For the ETF, price skyrockets as Ethereum's ETF eyes this Monday launch. There's been a little bit of a push for this too. The tweet that was done here by Balshunas, update, hearing the SEC, here you go. Hearing the SEC wants to accelerate the launch of ETH futures because they want it basically off their plate before the shutdown. So they've asked their filers to update their docs by Friday p.m. No small task to jam all this in 24 hours. This is a pretty big deal. I think obviously the component here, and a lot of people that will look at this, is maybe the SEC taking a step forward to offset this bipartisan, or I should say partisan, approach toward the crypto markets and ETFs in general, because Congress called them to the floor yesterday. By the way, if you have not checked out our video on the Gary Gensler grilling, you want to check it out. There's a ton of clips. I think the thing was like 6 or 7 hours long. We pulled that down into a core clips that really got into the...
Not his clip in general, just the fact that Gensler keeps getting ripped on.
The crux of what they were talking about. So check it out. Ethereum spot ETF becomes the SEC's next delay victim. That, of course, is the situation that I think a lot of people will deal with. One day after delaying the Bitcoin spot decision, the SEC also confirmed that similar Ethereum applications have suffered the same fate. So this is not something that's going to be moving very quickly. All of this stems from the 1934 Securities Act. The act allows the agency to postpone resolutions like the Ethereum spot ETF for 45 to 90 days there in that highlight. And the SEC could fast track the ETH futures product to compensate for its spot ETF delay. I don't know. I think there's a little bit of a way on both. I think this is more of a government shutdown situation than anything with Gensler and with the SEC.
So real quick, I just kind of typed in what's the difference between both, right? So right here, zoom in a bit. So what's the difference between spot and futures, right? Bitcoin ETFs have emerged as a bridge allowing traditional investors a taste of the cryptocurrency world. Bitcoin spot ETFs give direct exposure to the actual Bitcoin price movement by holding the cryptocurrency, while Bitcoin futures ETF provide exposure through future contracts, predicting Bitcoin's future price. So that's the difference, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, just wanted to throw that out there so we weren't like super confused with it.
Van Eck also is preparing to launch their ETF futures for ETH. This just shows more interest in the space overall, and I think this is a good thing. Coinbase also rolling out their perpetual futures trading for retail traders and users outside the U.S. A couple of points I wanted to highlight here in the article. Coinbase has secured approval to offer perpetual futures tradings. Again, this is retail customers outside the U.S. And then the exchange has also seen more than 5.5 billion in notional futures trading volume from institutions as of the second quarter of this year. So interesting that they're going this direction. I think this is, I think overall strategy-wise, Coinbase is looking at more of a global market position now that they've seen some of the weaknesses that have started to show up with Binance and some of the others out there in the market. So Coinbase is definitely going all in. Further into this, another troublesome giant cryptocurrency exchange announces it may sell large amounts of Ethereum soon. They're talking, of course, about BitMEX. And what they're talking about doing is they announced plans to reallocate a significant portion of the insurance fund by converting up to about 20 million in ETH and 80 million of Tether into dollars over the next few weeks. So I don't know.
All right. I'm going to get out of that. We don't need to listen to that anymore. All right. Let's check out Mine the ASIC quick. I want to see how things are going. MineASIC.com. Let's see what the most profitable machine is right now to mine with. All right. So we had a question in the chat. Mr. Kazuma was asking if the KS0 is actually profitable. Where is it on the list? Let's see. So as of, what's my price? So this is 10 cents, right? Let's just go to, I'm going to put it to 17 because that seems to be like the national average, I guess now. KS0, $2 a day, more or less. This is without the upgrade. I'm assuming they're not going to have that on here just yet. So yeah, I mean, this thing, the fact that the wattage draw on it is so low, it's 27 cents a day at 17 cents per kilowatt hour. This thing pulls right around 70 watts. Mine's like 71, I believe, with the fan. But yeah, right around 70 watts. The profits were way higher, obviously, before the hash rate just completely skyrocketed, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't really fight the fact that it's still profitable for what it is. Let's put it that way. It's again a very low wattage draw. It's worth it to me as far as I can say, I guess. Let's see, old people stuff. I can also make a new type of ETH. If I own ETH, doesn't matter. What are you guys saying in the chat? All right, let's see. Render, DJ Mines. What's Render looking like? Check out Render. RNDR. Let's see. Really? What is this? $1.52. It's down again today. Let's see. Actually, no, let's look at the max. What's its max? Render was almost at $8. What? Holy shit. That's crazy. This is all-time high, 878, but who knows if that's true. Wow. November 21. I didn't even know it was around that long. Holy shit. That's crazy. And you know what? I want to check out BCH too, because BCH, you guys were talking about that. Or, what's it called? DJ Mines was. Let's see. It's up 90-something percent, 95%. And we'll check out your clip in a second too, DJ. I want to see this block you hit. Mr. Patrick Murphy put it in my chat, but I'll have to go open it up again. All right, so on the year, let's go to year. Holy hell, yeah, it was $100. Now it's up to 230. Oh wow. All-time high Jesus. This thing hit 3,000. What? I didn't realize Bitcoin Cash was up that high. That's absurd. That is absolutely absurd. Let's see. Crypto Mikkel is gonna be going live. We're gonna be rating him in just a minute. But let's I want to see. Patrick, can you drop that chat? You still here? Can you drop that link to Mr. DJ Mine's video again so I can check it out? He said he hit a block. I was in there for a minute and then I bounced. I was hanging out with the wife. It was more of a just veg out and watch. Actually, we're watching Big Brother. We're catching up on it. Let's see. Let's go to DJ Mine's channel. I don't know if anybody has that clip, but I don't feel like going through the chat to look for it. Patrick, if you could drop it again, that'd be great. Let's see. DJ Mines. If you guys don't know who DJ Mines is, go check him out. I'll put a link to his channel in the chat. Thank you, Patrick Murphy. Appreciate it. Open link in new tab. Where did that go? All right.
Yesterday. So.
Oh, hold on. Talking. I can hear him. Here we go. Dude, I'm going to be honest. This nice hash shit, I never hit it. Never, ever hit it. No joke. I think I'll buy the gold one all the time. Not the gold one. What the hell's it called? Is it gold? I don't know. Team mining or whatever the fuck it is. The Bitcoin one. Just the team one. I think it's like Team Gold or something. I buy that one. Just one share. Just to see what happens. Like a couple a day. Haven't hit shit. I hit once. One time. It was like $80. It wasn't anything crazy. But let's see what DJ got. Let's see if he hit. Or let's see how much he won. I guess.
Actually, no, 2 days. How much did he win? I can't see it. How much? How much did he hit? How much did he hit? Did he say 1,000? What did he say? I don't know what he said. I can't see. How much did you hit?
He didn't even change the screen.
How much did you hit?
How much did he hit? Does anybody know?
What did he say? How much?
I'm fucking HD this
How
shit.
much?
I can't see it.
The BCH one, right?
What?
$157.
I told him to do that, by the way.
Thank you,
I told
Hawk.
you to do that. I told you to do
You
that.
did tell me to do that.
Look at
I
Hawk
did tell you
trying to
to
get
do that.
half the money. You hear him trying to get half the money? Fucking sleaze, but I'm just kidding. No fuck.
Good for you,
DJ,
bro.
holy shit. Good for you. You know what? I totally thought you were hobbyist in me and you were just like, team mining and you hit a block and you were bragging about it. Nope. You know what? Good for you. I'm happy for you. That's amazing. Holy shit. That's awesome. $1,400? God damn. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
$457.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. All right.
Congratulations.
So, hold on. How much did it cost you to get into this? The package price was $27, $26.95. That's it? What? What? Congratulations, buddy. That's fucking amazing.
You let it run because
That
you
is
might get another one. It's
amazing.
early.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's great, man.
To be honest, though, that's very rare.
Yesterday.
It's very rare to actually hit it. So make sure you guys don't go blow all your money on Nice Hash. But it is very rare that you will hit that. But that is fucking awesome. I'm happy for you. Chance to hit super small. Yeah. Yeah, it is super small. Very, very small. You're better off seeing, I don't even know. But I'm happy for you. That's amazing. That's like opening a pack of, back in the day, you used to buy Pokemon cards, get like a sick holographic, and you just like rip it open. It's like the same chances. Like, who knows what you're gonna get? You're just ripping it open to see. And dude, good for you. That's fucking amazing. Oh, you have like the craziest luck. You've hit a crazy block before too. It was like $800. What's the other clip? You know what? I'm pulling this shit up. Hold on.
2 days.
Hold on. I had to find my clips. Where are they? I'm gonna pull this up because we have one when DJ got super excited. I just gotta. Right here, this one. This one makes my day every time I watch it, even though
You're really
the last
late. We're,
block you just hit
double
was better. Hold on, let me blow this up, turn this down, show you guys. I love this one because this one you actually change the screen and we see your reaction.
You're really late. We're double down. Oh!
Same reaction DJ had, but He didn't change the screen.
$858 fucking dollars.
Dude, this is my favorite clip of all time. Hands down, favorite clip of all time. But last night, I wish you had the video on you as well, because that would have been fucking hysterical. Anyways, guys, you guys were awesome. Let's see. And this one. What's this one? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Went over my face. Hold on. What's this one? Hold on. DJ's gambling more. What the hell's happening in this one?
Caught the block. Wait, let's go.
I've never seen this one. What is this one? Oh, this is a Raven coin one. That's hysterical. Oh my god.
Let's go.
That's so funny. He was jumping on his chair. So this one wasn't much. This was like 50 bucks, I think. Was it 50 bucks? I can't really tell. Hold on. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me change the visual here. 50 bucks. So you got 50 bucks as he hit one. Yeah, this wasn't as exciting, but I'm still pretty. It's still funny that he. Hold on.
Caught the block.
He's jumping on the chair. Look at him.
Wait, let's go.
You are. Oh my god, dude. You're like so animated. I love it. That's hysterical. That's so funny. That cracks me up, bro. You jumping on the chair like a child. That was great. I'm like crying a little bit. That's great. Yeah, seriously, DJ, you have like the craziest luck on this shit. How many freaking blocks you gonna hit? That's nuts. I'm just happy for you. That freaking 1,400 bucks. That's insane, man. Insane. I just love money. He'll do anything. $50. Next time, you know what? If you ever hit a Bitcoin block, a real Bitcoin block on the chair, backflip. That's what I want. Land on your feet or on your face. It'd be funny either way. But just you gotta go crazy. All right, guys, you're all awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We're gonna go raid Crypto Mikkel. As always, guys, hopefully you have a great and happy Saturday weekend, the whole nine. We're gonna be going live in what, like 12 hours, 11 hours, around 9:45 Eastern Standard Time later on tonight. So feel free to stop by and say hello. And until next time, guys, have a good day. I'll catch you soon. Peace.